The Curious Compendium. Wren, who was 13 and very logical, considered herself the official debunker of ridiculous town legends. The glow-in-the-dark squirrels were just clever house lights. The singing well was a rusty pipe. But her biggest, most stubborn target was Silas's shop of impossible objects, which promised wonders. The shop was called the Curious Compendium. Dust motes danced in the lone shaft of sun, and everything seemed to tilt just a little bit. An old man with a sweeping white mustache and a velvet vest, Silas, was polishing a strange, corkscrewing brass object. Wren marched up to him. "Sir," she said, folding her arms, "I'm here to figure out how you do your tricks." Silas didn't argue. He simply pointed to a velvet pillow. Exhibit A, the levitating marble. A smooth gray stone hovered exactly 1 inch above the fabric. Wren got down low, examining it from every angle, searching for a hair-thin wire, a hidden magnetic field, or a secret vent. Nothing. "Exhibit B, the clock that runs backward," he said, tapping a massive clock on the wall. The hands moved counterclockwise, and the internal gears, visible through a glass panel, were moving with perfect, complicated precision. It wasn't simple reversal. The engineering was maddeningly sophisticated. Wren sighed, pulling a tiny notebook and pen from her pocket. Wren sat on a dusty stool, defeated by pure mechanical genius. Her eyes drifted to the centerpiece, the always balanced teapot. It sat on the edge of a shelf, its spout pouring a continuous stream, yet it never tipped over. It has to be the most obvious one, she thought, leaning forward to watch the stream of liquid. That was it. Not the pot, but the liquid. It wasn't water. It was a super viscous, crystal clear resin, designed to look like water. And hidden beneath the rim of the shelf, visible only from her low angle, was a tiny, barely visible counterweight, perfectly calibrated to the pot's weight and the resin's slow flow. It was all physics, yes, but physics applied with impossible finesse. Wren stood up, straightening her shirt. "It's not magic," she stated. "It's brilliant engineering. The teapot uses a counterweight and a high-viscosity fluid to maintain its center of gravity while creating the illusion of a continuous flow." Silas just smiled, wiping his glasses. "The best stories," he murmured, "are the ones that make you work for the ending, aren't they?" He walked to a different shelf and picked up a simple, polished wooden bird. "Take this, Wren," he said, handing it to her. "It's not impossible. It's just a bird. But look closer. It is carved and weighted so perfectly that you can perch it on the tip of your finger and it will not fall." Wren left the Curious Compendium and walked home. The little bird balanced perfectly on her thumb. She hadn't found a single trick. She had found something better. The incredible, almost magical power of human precision, patience, and logic applied to the very edge of possibility. Her skepticism wasn't gone, but it had made room for awe. Back in her room, the logical teenager placed her perfectly balanced bird on the corner of her desk. It was just wood and physics, but knowing how it worked and appreciating the skill it took made it the most wonderful thing in the whole skeptical, logical world. She tucked herself into bed, the mystery solved, the wonder deepened, and the world just a little bit quieter.